Ladies and gentlemen, um, there's two possibilities as to why the previous stream was cut off. One of them is this is the rainy season in the Philippines, and there are lightning strikes that, even though I have not one but two battery backups with each one of the battery backups, they're identical backups, a lightning surge protector. That's one possibility. Another possibility is this internet, it's not from my house, the problem. The problem could be a lightning strike on the hardwire system to the house, because the system here is just, we're talking like 1980s technology. So I just want to share that with you. I've had people here, they say that when they look at the history of the internet, that we're talking about microseconds, like a millionth of a second, that the wave that they use to transmit information is shut down for like a millionth of a second, and that would cause the stoppage of the live stream. So okay, so we have all kinds of stories on YouTube. So no, I don't think so, Blues. Unless you're going to come on here and prove it, you need to prove it somehow. Now, I'm not going to give out any more information today about a certain person, but I don't believe anything anymore from Mr. Warren Kutersmidth, Schultz. I don't believe anything from him. The man betrayed me. There's no doubt about that. There can be no doubt. So I don't know why you're continuing. I don't know why you and Liam de Kutersmidth are continuing with this process. I just don't see it as, what is your end game? To be serious with you, what is your end game? Because I did not disseminate any information about those other venues I talked about. I just said that if you want to play stupid games, you're going to win stupid prizes. And when I say you, I mean you, because I don't believe for a minute anything that you say. So you, whoever you are, I don't believe are you. I believe you are someone else. Do you think that after 3.5 years, you're going to shove it up my butt? You're going to shove it into my bootskis? You're going to shove it in my back door after 3.5 years of being your friend? Do you think I'm going to allow that? I'm being serious as a heart attack right now. Do you think that you should be able to get away with this? Even when I made you an offer, private and public, to stop, cease, and desist, unless you wanted to explain yourself. And your explanation was some bullshit story about a woman named Princess Anne, and you think I'm going to believe that? What I believe has happened to you, and I'm being, you people out there that are watching this and you think this is some sort of fictitious passion play or drama, it's not fictitious. I had agreements with fucking people for 3 years, 2 years, 1 year, dozens of my friends, or shall I say all my friends, all knew what those agreements were. Whether we had them written down, which they were not, or verbal, they were verbalized in multiple videos to multiple people over multiple years and to multiple friends, both in public and private. And you reneged on that. You changed what is called the parameters of the agreement. without my permission. And then you did so in a completely devious fucking way to want me to do something to make it look like I'm the bad guy so that you could back out of an agreement. Well, fuck you. You can back out of the agreement. You could have backed out of the agreement 6 weeks ago or 6 months ago or 16 days ago. Either way, I would have told the world what the fuck you did. And what you did was fucking heinous. Heinous to the core. Now, had you presented it differently as part of a plan or a fucking project, then maybe I would have understood, but I would have never gone along with it. I'm talking directly to you. I'm not fucking doing this for a third party or a fourth party. I'm talking directly to you. You fucked up. And you fucked up in ways that can't be undone. You did something. You said something. You gave people information that only you knew. So it wasn't a third party. So why you keep insisting it was a third party? Where is the proof of that? And now we have this fucking asshole. And I don't mean a real asshole. We're talking about a guy named Liam D. Kutersmidth. I found that his name was D. Kutersmidth, not D. Kunter Schultz. The whole Kunter family, the whole Kunter family line, I'll explain that momentarily. But there are D. Kutersmidths and D. Kunter Schultzes. And they separate somewhere back between the sisters and the mothers. But you think that you're going to get away with socially destroying me because of some fucking hideous plan that you had for the last 3 years with no intention of ever following up on? You think you could do that to me? Does anybody out there, I'll ask the question to the audience here, to my audience. Does anybody out there believe that Michael Fazio was fucking stupid? Number one. I've been figuring out jobs, construction jobs, in my mind. As I look at around, I watch all the possibilities of shit that could cost me extra money, trees in the way, possible power lines, old water lines. This shit goes through my head in seconds. Which way this is going to happen, which way that's going to happen. And you think you're going to jam it up my poop chute? Somebody like you who's never actually probably figured out a job? I don't think so. So I know that you think that you're going to play this fucking game to the end. And you can do that. You can do that. I did not go to where I said I would go in the previous live stream. And I won't go there. But if you think that you're going to continue along these lines and try to destroy my reputation, not just on YouTube, but in reality. I have a dozen or so friends of mine on YouTube, other social media, Patreon, and in Skype. They don't believe a fucking word of what you say. You have already destroyed your reputation. But if you go on this quest to destroy my reputation, I'm going to bring up shit that you're not going to like. Now, I told you in my second previous live stream, I have 800 pages of screenshots and video of those screenshots. I will not release those. I don't want to. I never had any intention on it. I never thought it was going to go this far. But if you keep releasing my personal information, and I'm going to just narrow this parameter down, that you are not going to, if you break this single parameter, if you mention another one of my personal friends who was at one time, just weeks ago, your personal friend, if you mention, even as a third party, if you mention one of my other friends and some information about one of my other friends, you have broken my understanding of what the parameters should be. If you do that, Now, you've already done it once. You've done it to Scott. Didn't appreciate it. There was information disseminated that probably only you could have given out. You've done it once with Scott, and you did it once with me. You did it with information about my Social Security status. If you think that didn't bother me that you did that, it really didn't bother me to the point that you disseminated private information that you can't get. I don't think you can get that. I could be wrong, but it's none of anybody's business. And as to why, you didn't even tell the entire truth about that. But that's twice. Cross the fucking Rubicon one more time. Cross the fucking Rubicon one more time. If you think I'm smiling now, when I go down the other social media paths, you will understand that whether or not what this fucking asshole Liam is talking about here, you will understand whether or not that even matters. You'll probably want to pull the plug yourself. Don't make me fucking go there. Cross the Rubicon one more time. Go ahead and talk about some more of my personal information that only you know about. Go ahead and do that. You people out there think I'm fucking around with this guy. I'm not fucking around with this guy. I gave this guy, Warren Kunter Schultz, permission to tell the other guy, who I do not believe was trying to extort money from Warren Kunter Schultz. And that douchebag probably even has more sense than to put in writing what Kunter Schultz put on his Skype page. So I don't believe for a second that guy tried to extort money from you. What I believe is this is all part of a much more fucking insidious and serious psychological problem that you have. That you had to create an elaborate hoax that's been extended for more than 3 years and involves people like Scott Del Fuego, Dennis Adam, Mercury 3, Michael Fazio, Jack Thompson, at some point 2 years ago, Daisy May, Andrew Steinmetz, who was Blue Rose, Mr. Willis. All of these people, they have these pieces of information. Many of my friends, even the Truth Lady, you are fucking with people's lives and people's thought processes that you want to try to turn against me. I won't let you do that. I'm telling you to cross that fucking Rubicon just one more time. And then my next video will take about 3 days to do the notes. And I will put the information out on the internet that will totally, shall we say, neutralize whatever the fuck it is that you're doing, trying to do, or think you want to do. I'm not kidding with you. I used to own barges, cranes, tugboats, backhoes, bobcats, trailers. I used to go out and estimate jobs for hundreds of thousands of fucking dollars on a handshake. Nobody's ever brought me to court for stealing money from them. Nobody's ever brought me to a legal system for trying to defraud them. And then you come on the fucking internet after 3.5 years of lying to me and all my friends, and you think you're going to destroy my reputation? I won't let you do that. I will not let you do that. What I will do is I will make it so that you understand that you should not have done that after you continue along these fucking lines. I'm not kidding with you. I'm not laughing. I might be laughing a little bit, because what I could do to you in a matter of about 15 minutes, without all legal, of course, what I could do to you in a matter of about 15 minutes, would whatever position you are in life right now, whatever it is that you're doing or thinking, whatever bullshit that I see on the screen before me, that I'm not looking at the screen because I don't care, except that my friend, the Black Mole Jack Thompson, is out there, and I'm sure my other friends are out there as well. Hello, LaRue Seagrass. Welcome to the machine. Whatever it is that you think you're going to do to me, I'm going to neutralize it, and I'm going to turn it around on you. Not just in a way that people will understand, but that the whole fucking world will understand what an asshole that you are attempting to be by ruining my actual reputation. That's not going to be possible. I won't let you do that. Not only will I not let you do that, but I will make you probably think twice about ever doing it again to anyone else if you ever decide to pull a fucking maneuver like this. Now, is there other possibility, and I talked about this a couple of days ago, maybe you have some sort of what they call the fucking Donald Trump syndrome, the 5D chess, and you think you're playing 5D chess. Well, let me explain it to you from my point of view. I gave you the fucking option to tell me what your game was, if you had a game plan. And then what you did is you shuffled off the blame on some innocent third party, two innocent third parties. So you were going to play this fucking game till the end. Well, you just go right ahead. You people out there think I'm fucking with you. I'm not fucking with any of you people out there. You people out there want to, Fazio doesn't have plans for the hotel. I'll tell you what, Fazio can't build the hotel. Fazio doesn't know anything about it. That kind of shit is minimal stuff, because when I start building, you'll all eat your words. But when you want to destroy my reputation, and what that will do eventually is what you might be trying to do is stop any potential investors from investing in my hotel, which that won't work either, because somebody eventually is going to see that the hotel is a good investment once I start building and seeing what I do, and they may or may not make an offer to become part of the project, which wouldn't make a difference to me one way or the other. You probably don't understand, but I don't care about that. And in addition to all of that, I've already had 2 offers where I interviewed the people over the last 3 years to become investors in the hotel, and I just didn't like their personality. And when I asked them for their driver's license and their social security number so I could do a background check on those 2 people, they wouldn't give it to me. I'm not going to go into a partnership agreement with someone I don't know their legal history. And in fact, I don't know anything about your legal history. At this point, it's all up in the air. What you did over the course of the last 3 weeks doesn't make any sense. I don't know what's true. I don't know what's not true. All I know this is true. Cross that fucking Rubicon one more time and disseminate just one more piece of information about myself or any of my personal friends. And I'm going to move this up to the next and or last level. Where if, in fact, this fucking douchebag, and I don't mean a real douchebag, I mean this guy, not douchebag, this guy, Liam Kutersmidth, if what he's saying is true, which it's not, because somehow or another, somebody's fucking disseminating information from a self-induced coma. And anybody that can't see that this is all a series of fucking very, 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 very complex series of lies. This is the most fucking confusing and lexiconal type lies since the movie The Sting that starred Paul Newman. This is fucking beyond reason. 3.5 fucking years lying to 12 fucking people. And then you change the parameters 3 weeks before I want to start the job. And then you give me new parameters, which would make the starting of the job anywhere from 3 or 4 months to 5 more fucking years. And you think this is acceptable? I can't make you do anything. I can't make you give me the money that you promised me. And then you go on fucking as a third party and say that our agreement was this and that. None of that shit is true. You're lying to everybody. And because everybody felt sorry for you, they fucking felt sorry for you. And they want to believe the guy that's fucking down. Well, I'm kicking the fucking guy that's down to the curb. under the fucking bus, and I'm kicking them to the side of the road because you tried to destroy my fucking personal reputation because you disseminated information that only you could have fucking had, and then you blamed it on people like the Jack Thompson and some innocent blogger named Princess Anne. Well, fuck you where you breathe. Okay, continue with whatever it is that you're doing and leave my personal friends and leave my personal information out, or you will probably start to see stuff on the internet that you won't be able to backpedal out of. It's nothing that would put you in jail immediately, but it might be something that destroys your reputation beyond anything that anybody could possibly comprehend. Now, I explained this to you in Skype. I explained this to you verbally through Skype. I explained this to you in chat. And you still are moving in the same fucking bizarre direction that you started in a few weeks ago because you got yourself trapped in a box and you didn't want to admit that you were a fraud. I don't blame you because you knew that I would expose you as a fraud. But you need to stop pushing out my personal information. And I am not kidding. Even if I go to another venue, whatever it is, Facebook or another YouTube video venue or another live stream that you were on yesterday, today, last night, this morning, if I even go there and see any piece of information about my personal friends, and I'm not lying about this, even though I'm only saying it now, I'm going to retro date it 24 hours. If I see a piece of information sent out on a chat or talked about in a live stream about my personal friends and the futures that, or possibility of futures of many of my personal friends, we're moving in. I'm going to take the rest of the time between now, which is the 28th. I'll take 2 days off. I'll put my notes together. I will take screenshots. I will not show certain things, but I will explain that certain things will be available to the authorities if necessary, and that I will prove these things if necessary to the authorities. You think I'm kidding? I'm not kidding. You are not going to destroy my fucking, even though people think I'm crazy and I do crazy shit, you're not going to destroy my reputation. I don't know how to make you understand this. Apparently you're too fucking stupid to understand this. And apparently you thought you were too smart or smart enough to pull this off. Nobody believes you. However, you continue along the bullshit, even in the beginning of this conversation. Jack Thompson is saying, why are you still pretending to be Liam de Kutersmidth's wife? Why are you doing this? How did you put yourself in a self-induced coma? And then how did you get from the hospital in traction to your own bedroom where this Liam Kutersmidth could hold your hand and give him information? How does that work? I mean, are you using a fucking Ouija board? Is it like a Ouija board thing that Liam and his wife, so-called wife, I don't even know if Liam is real. I do know that you've been using that account for several years. But is it like Liam and his wife? Are they real? And if they're real, are they using a fucking Ouija board to get this information out of you in your self-induced coma? You think I'm kidding? I've given this a lot of thought. Yeah, okay. Yep. All right, so let me go to the comments. We have the blues guitar. That's bullshit, because apparently people had information about me that they couldn't get. And then that information was blamed on Jack Thompson. I have it in chat, asshole. I have it in the chat. in the 800 pages of Skype chat. I have it. It's all texted. It's all in the chat, screenshotted and videotaped. So that statement you made is a lie. And then I'm attacking an innocent person. And then another bullshit story by Blues Guitar. This guy Blues Guitar. No, I would imagine this guy Blues Guitar is in fact Warren de Kutersmidth or de Kunter Schultz. It's all part of a family. What the original family name, the heritage goes back. The original family name going back into the 1400s were the Kunters. The Kunters. And I got it. What I got to do here? Let me just take care of something right here. That's bullshit. That's total bullshit, Blues Guitar. You continue to try to back out of a fucking place that you put yourself in, which is not a good place. And now, on top of all of that, you're coming up with this story that the piece of information about the house. Let me explain this to you, Blues Guitar. Let me explain it to you in no uncertain terms. The amount of fucking work I put in to get that deal done and then bowed out of any communication with the owner of the house and this fraud named Warren Kunter Schultz. The amount of time that I put into it probably amounts to multiple days, more than 2, possibly as much as 4. When you add up how many phone calls I made prior to the meeting to get the information for the house, prior to being allowed to talk to the owners in person, prior to getting a personal interview with the fucking house. And you know how many people, you asshole Blues Guitar, that you think again you're gonna backtrack and you're gonna make me out to be a fucking liar? Let me tell you something, dude. You need to bow out of this conversation. But I'll just go over it for anybody that is watching the original comments in Blues Guitar. This asshole, liar, scammer, charlatan, Blues Guitar says, you're attacking an innocent person. The person who gave out the information about the house was another one of his friends. Well, let me explain this to you, Blues Guitar. You, whoever the fuck you are, no face, no name, no video, no content, whoever the fuck you are, you're a liar. Absolute liar. If you're not a liar, prove what you just said. Prove it with a video, with screenshots, with video of the screenshots, names, email addresses, dates, email addresses, and email forwarding. Because what you are is just a fucking liar. Because I know you're a fucking liar. Because here's how it works, Blues Guitar. And to anybody else out there that wants to believe this bullshit story from Blues Guitar, Blues Guitar says you're attacking an innocent person. That is fucking totally false. The person who gave out the information about the house, says Blues Guitar, was another one of his friends. Want to know how I know this isn't true? I'll tell you how I know. The person that knew about the house was myself, the owner of the house, and Warren de Kunter Schultz. Those only 3 people. Only 3 people knew about the house information. Nobody else. It wasn't shared with a real estate agent. It wasn't shared with a third party. I have the definitive proof of what the whole thing looks like and how it looks like and how many people viewed the information. 1. So what you're fucking saying is a total fucking lie. And this guy, Blues Guitar, is just another personification or fictitious personification of Warren de Kunter Schultz. You can't come on here. I don't allow people on my show. I don't have the program, and I wouldn't allow you to come on anyway. Again, the same fucking story. This Blues Guitar is pulling the same shit. It's like a psychological fucking thing. the psychological thing that this fucking lying, possible sociopath, possible psychopath did in Skype was, I only just mentioned, and repeated it over and over and over as if it was going to go into my mind and I was going to believe it. And here he is doing it again. No, it was somebody else. No, it was somebody else. It wasn't him. Bullshit. You're a fucking, you are the person that you're saying did not do it. You're the person. Why do you, how, this is, folks, ladies and gentlemen, people that are watching this fucking video, subscribers, non-subscribers, that douchebag in Angeles City, the other douchebag in Manila, the ladyboy lovers of the world, the people that are true bloggers on here. Listen very carefully to what I'm going to say to you. There is absolutely no proof that what this guy Blues Guitar is saying. He cannot prove it. Why do you have to come on here to prove it? Make a video. Put your face in the video. Show me the emails. Show me the timestamps. You're a fucking liar. And this is what this Warren de Kunterschultz has been doing. He is, for fucking 3.5 years, he's lied every day to 12 different personal friends. He can't figure out a way to backtrack out of it. So he's going to continue along the lines of what would be if it was a legal interrogation, to say just give like name, rank, and serial number. And one piece of information that you're going to try to move it into my fucking head. You're not going to do that. Again, more bullshit. Warren de Kunterschultz is not playing any stupid games. Oh, you see? You see, as soon as I mentioned, see what happened here, folks? See what happened? Listen, watch what happened here. I'm only just reading this comment. As soon as I mentioned another social media, another level of social media, another venue of social media, and now, then the fucking shit hit the fan inside that guy's head. The shit hit the fucking fan. Let me tell you that when, and it, well, it should have shit. The shit should have hit the fan. The shit should have, the shit should have hit the fan on that level. If it goes to that extreme, if that guy's made the mistake of talking about any one of my personal friends within the last 24 hours, I'm moving it up to the next stage. I will not be held responsible for anything illegal. And everything that I say will be probably traceable. Let's leave it like that. Oh, let's stop the bullshit, Blues Guitar. He has not been on the internet for 1.5 weeks. Oh, let's stop the bullshit. According to some of the people that were on my live stream just 3 days ago, 1.5 weeks is 11 days. According to somebody, he was on fucking Cheese Show just 6 days ago. How does that equate? You're a fucking liar. Dude, you're a liar. Warren de Kunterschultz can't hear you. Oh, now we have Janet de Kunterschmidth O'Caroline. Yeah. Liam de Kunterschultz gave out the information. Well, how did Liam get it? How did Liam de Kunterschultz, de Kunterschmidt get the information? And if he did get that information, nobody else should have known that information. That was private. That was fucking private. So, and how did he get it after the guy went into a coma? What the fuck? I mean, this is where the Ouija board comes in. Is he using a fucking Ouija board? You people are so fucked up. You got yourself backed into a fucking corner that you can't get out of. The only prayer that you have to get out of this now is to hope that I don't go on social media and look, because I haven't been on social media all day yesterday or today. The only prayer that you have is that I don't go on social media and see that you mentioned even one fucking insignificant piece of information about any one of my friends. Because if I see that, then the parameters have been broken. Whether or not I made the statement today and I back it up to 24 hours that it's retroactive, it's something you should have known not to do at all, ever. And you did it twice already. And I warned you what would happen if you did it a third time. Jack, our friend. So Jack Thompson is being called the black mole, the rat, the snitch. What else was it? The hairy black mold. All over the internet, I see negative words against Jack Thompson. Now, I and Jack Thompson have made agreements to put some information and some comedy and some satire in my live streams where it's perfectly okay with Jack. And the fact, well, I mean, you know, when I call Jack a cocksucker, I don't mean a real cocksucker. I mean like an imaginary cocksucker. I'm not saying, and we have this agreement for a long time that we could do that, do this with each other because we're men. I know Jack is a regular man, a regular guy, a real man. I know Jack for many years, multiple years, going back, I don't know, 4 years at least, maybe 5. Jack's never done anything but been my friend, just like you, until you fucking turned on me 3 weeks ago. So, yeah. What the hell? Scott Del Fuego says, what the hell? Welcome to the machine, Scott. We moved it up one more peg today. That's what the hell, Scott. And Janet de Kutersmidth says, and Warren defended you by saying he did not think you were the mole when Michael asked him. No, that's a fucking lie. That's a fucking lie. Do I really have to go into my Skype chat? Do I really have to do that? Don't make me go into my Skype chat. Don't make me go there. Don't make me go into my Facebook history. Don't make me do that. I swear to God, I'll be laughing my ass off all the way to the end of the next live stream. You make me go there. You blamed it on Jack Thompson. Let's stop the bullshit. I can prove that. I have the screenshots and I have video of the screenshots. And here you are again under a fucking third and phony fake third name called whatever the fuck her name is, Janet de Kutersmidth or Carol. Another fucking name. So you're using Liam de Kutersmidth as one name, Carol de Kutersmidth as another name. You're also, in a lot of people's opinion, you're using the fake name Hoodwinked by an Asshole, which I don't find very funny at all. And that may or may not be you. Do you want me to tell you? Do you want me to post your other names on here? I'll do that too. I don't give a fuck. You've already burned my bridges between you and my friendship. Somebody was making a big joke. Well, what if Warren de Kutersmidth, what if he comes through with the $80,000 for the hotel? How can anybody be so stupid to believe that? This has been a hoax perpetrated on a dozen personal friends that took 3 years. And now we have some clown on here saying, Warren de Kutersmidth, he's in a coma, then he had a heart attack. What's it going to be next week? Jack, I think Jack and I talked about what's the next step? What's the next level? Like that Tuscany Phil, the groundhog that comes out of the ground in Pennsylvania, like sometime in May or March. The groundhog comes out of the ground and he looks around, and if he stays out of the ground, then it's going to be a short winter. If he goes back in, it's going to be another self-induced coma. Oh, my God. Star Trek technology. Not only am I in a self-induced coma, but I can come out and psychically know what's going on and go back into a self-induced coma. Holy shit. Again, they're blaming it on a third party. Jack Thompson said, there is so much information that Michael is keeping close to his vest out of respect. Out of respect? I don't know that I would use that word respect. I'm just waiting for you to move it up to the next level. I'm telling you right now, all of you fucking people that are going to watch this thing, this guy, Warren de Kutersmidth, Schultz, from the Kunters family, has tried to destroy me as my personal reputation, tried to make me out to be a fraud, that I'm trying to defraud him. Let me explain it to you again in no uncertain terms. Let me just explain it to you in no uncertain fucking terms. What I'm about to say to you, no amount of money, none whatsoever. There is no amount of money. There is no amount of wagering. In other words, anything that I have to wager, I will wager that this douchebag pretending to be Liam de Kutersmidth and his so-called wife, whatever it is she is, or Warren de Kutersmidth, who's supposed to be in a coma, but he's talking to people through a fucking Ouija board. Let me explain it to you so you could be so fucking clear on this. There's nothing to misunderstand. There is not a single fucking chat anywhere on this fucking flat earth or world. Not one fucking chat that the Warren de Kutersmidth asked me for the money back. Not one fucking chat. Not one piece of evidence. Not one fucking email. Don't make this to be something that's misunderstood, because I'm going to continue. There is not one fucking piece of information where I was asked for the money that was given to me back. Always there was an understanding that whatever money is given to me towards the building of the hotel or the purchase of a computer. Don't make any fucking mistake about it. Now, that I will wager everything I own, everything, doesn't matter what it is. Whatever it is I own in life, I will wager that chat for asking me back for the money, and then me saying I'm not giving you back the money, because this is what I'm hearing on the internet. I will wager anything and everything that chat doesn't exist. Number one. Number two, I will wager that again, that I offered to give back the fucking money and the money was refused. So the cocksuckers, and I mean real cocksuckers, be they imaginary cocksuckers or in their mind they want to be cocksuckers, or they are cocksuckers. The cocksuckers on YouTube that are saying I defrauded Warren de Kutersmidth, you're all a bunch of fucking liars. There is not a single fucking piece of evidence. There can't be, because it never happened, where the money was asked for me to be returned, because he never asked me to return a fucking penny. And when I offered the money to be returned, and I have this all on screenshots and videotape, when I offered the fucking money back, you fucking asshole, and I'll give you the actual stipulated sentence, the actual thing that was said. Because you couldn't afford to buy a fucking $2,500 phone, I said I would give you back the money, because you couldn't be my fucking partner if you couldn't afford to buy a $2,500 fucking phone. You people think this is some kind of fucking joke? You think I'm trying to extort $80,000 out of somebody? We have verbal agreements. In my fucking world, the verbal agreement is all I ever needed. Apparently in this fucking asshole's world, this is some sort of fucking, this is beyond the Paul Newman movie, The Sting. It's going into Liam the douchebag, the Carol, de Kutersmidth, and his fucking wife, and Warren de Kutersmidth, and how many other people And then the fact that somehow Scott's real name was given to a third party, only you knew this information. Jack never knew Scott's real fucking name. You fucked up. You fucked up. Now I'm going to go read some more comments, but just make it understandable. Nowhere on any social media, whether it's Facebook, and you don't want to go to Facebook, I fucking guarantee you, you don't want to move to the level of Facebook. If you don't understand what I'm saying because you're in a fucking coma, which I don't believe, you better get that fucking interpreter, get that fucking Ouija board out, and send that fucking guy Warren to Kutersmidth some information. Don't go to the level of Facebook. Don't go there. Number 2, nowhere was I ever asked to return the money. Number 3, I offered to return the money because the cocksucker, I don't mean a real cocksucker, the guy, the Mr. fucking Imagination himself, Mr. fucking bullshit artist, couldn't afford to send me $500 because his phone broke. But he wants to be my partner, and 6 weeks from that date of the time his phone broke, he's going to have to give me $80,000 fucking dollars. Now, there's no written contract about that. But I would have written a contract up when the money was due to be sent, and it just takes nothing more than an email and my passport and my driver's license. I would make a legal contract up even if I had to go to a lawyer. But he never wanted that. So don't make any fucking mistake about this. This guy was... Then he changed the parameters. I'll go through it. He changed the fucking parameters where now we have to wait. Now I have to fucking wait until he brings a lawyer to the Philippines. That was one bullshit story. And then starts the prosecution on a third party. Well, fuck. There's no travel. That could take a year, 2 years. Fuck that. Now I have to sit here for another fucking year with no money from him before I start the hotel. Fuck that idea. The second option was wait till fucking the Girl Scouts come and put fucking bracelets on this guy, then I'll send the money. Fuck you. That was supposed to happen 6 months ago. I have fucking email after fucking email after email after fucking email with that information embedded in the fucking emails. Names of fucking agencies, police blotter numbers. I have fucking one fucking email after another about that shit. And I could put that on public media right now. That was the second option. Wait till fucking the Girl Scouts come and put bracelets on the motherfucker. And the third option was wait till I get better. And then I'll come there because I want to see the start of the project. Well, fuck that too. That could be 2 months, 2 years, or never. And then it means I have to fucking sit here and continue to live in a place that's comfortable for me to live in, but it's not what I had expected to be here. I didn't expect to be sitting here for 4 years. That was the fucking agreement. January, we start the fucking job. And this way, by the time you're better, you got your fucking lawyers, they put the bracelets on the other fucking guy, all of that shit. One way or another, the fucking building is getting started. You think I'm going to fuck you? You think I went and got permits? You think I went and got plans? You think I went and did all the fucking stamps for the height clearance? You think I went and did all the fucking, paid all the taxes on the property? You think I've been paying fucking rent here for 3.5 years so that I'm fucking around here? You think I dug out 500 cubic yards of fucking coral at a price of about $16,000 fucking dollars, which is what it would have cost me to do this? You think I didn't bust my fucking ass here for 1.5 years digging out footings and then putting the backfill in the holes? You think I did this for no fucking reason at all? And you think because you say that it's fucking Jack Thompson or Princess Anne, you think I'm going to let you get away with that? You motherfucker, I'm not going to let you get away with that. You had a fucking obligation. You had an agreement to keep, and you broke your fucking agreement, changed the parameters, tried to get me to make some criminal type video against you that you and I had went our separate ways to make me look like the bad guy, to make you look like the good guy, because you are a first-class lying scumbag, manipulating, motherfucking, possible sociopath, possible psychopath. That's why you wanted me to make a video saying that you and I went our separate ways, so you could back out of it and make me look like the bad fucking guy. Let me tell you again, if I go on social media and I see another piece of fucking information about myself or any of my friends, and that ones that were your fucking friends, one more fucking piece retroactive to yesterday, we're going into fucking Facebook territory. If you didn't understand that, then you are more fucked up than anybody could possibly imagine. Fuck. You are unfucking believable. You are unfucking believable. Think you're going to get away with that shit. Who gives a fuck? Jack Thompson says there is so much information that Michael is keeping close to his chest out of respect. That's where we left off. Let's see, what else do we have here? I don't know. Somebody just removed a shitload of comments. I can't see. Let's see. Oh, that's bullshit. This douchebag, I don't mean real, this fucking so-called woman, another fucking blogger with no fucking information to prove who they are. Jack Thompson says, Janet, Liam, Warren, come on, buddy, knock it off. You got caught. Jack Thompson calls you the Leo DiCaprio of YouTube. That's that one, Come Fly With Me, where he writes bad checks, and then he's an FBI agent, he's a helicopter pilot, he's a fucking airline pilot, he's a lawyer, he's a doctor, he can be anybody. Okay. LaRue Segrest, my friend LaRue. God, LaRue, three things. Thank you for stopping by. Number one. Number two, LaRue, I see, I sent you a message this morning while I was on Messenger with Jack, that you sent me a note on December 14th. LaRue, I did not look at your message on purpose. I don't do Facebook, LaRue. If you want to send me your phone number on Messenger, I'll be happy to call you up and talk to you for as long as, and whatever it is that you want to talk about. You have been a good friend and a friend to everybody on my page. But I don't do Facebook. And when I look at my Facebook and it says, I don't know, you have 32 messages, I scan them. And usually I just don't reply to any of them. Recently, for the first time I ever used Messenger really was with Jack Thompson just a few weeks ago because of this fucking fiasco that's going on. But I didn't neglect your statement, LaRue. I just don't do Facebook. I get, I don't know, 100, sometimes at this time of the year, 100 requests for friendships. I have not added a friend on Facebook in 6 or 8 months. And the person I added on Facebook was a childhood friend that has never contacted me since because we have nothing to talk about. He just wanted to see what's up on my Facebook page. And nothing's changed on my Facebook page in a couple of years. But if he wanted to be my friend, I knew who he was, and we were childhood friends. I let him stay on my Facebook page. So it's nothing, there's nothing nefarious that I didn't answer your comment because LaRue sent me blessings and love. I just don't do Facebook, honey. But if you want to send me your phone number, I'll give you a call. If you have a Globe number. Or we can talk on Facebook if you'd like to do that. I'd be happy to do that. Now I'm going to go back to my show and go back to telling people that this is not a fucking joke anymore. This is going to go a lot deeper. It's going to hurt a lot more people too. Then it won't hurt me. It won't hurt me. You pushed me to the fucking limit of moving into other social media venues. You're fucked. You're fucked. And you did it to yourself. Because I warned you in my last live stream, the night, Christmas night. I said, don't go there. Don't do it. And now, what the fuck did I see? What piece of information did I see? There was another piece of information I saw. Don't do it. Don't cross the fucking Rubicon for the third time. You're fucked. Let's see what else we have. We have a bunch of deleted messages. Super big shout out to you, my dear hearted and generous friend, bro, Jack Thompson. Good evening. Now, any of you people that want to watch a nice Filipina live stream, you go to LaRue Seagrass's live stream. She speaks English and Visaya and Cebuano, and she's a very religious person. Scott said, I had to feed my dog. Oof. Oh my God, I know where he's going with this. My dogs. Oh yeah, you know what I wanted to talk about? I wanted to talk about my doll. Talk about dogs. See this fucking doll, asshole? See this doll? See the spoon on this doll here? This doll has a name. First of all, he was born on the bottom of the flat earth. He was born on the bottom of the flat earth. His job is to dig holes and to dig gold and element 115 on the bottom of the flat earth. Now, this doll has been around for going on 8 or 9 months. Number one. Number two, this doll has a fucking name. The name of this doll is Digger 2. Digger and the number 2. If you're too fucking stupid to remember when I named the doll, I named him before September of 2020. Now, I'll show that to you, and I don't give a fuck what you think or believe. The name of this doll is Digger 2. If you think I made a name of a doll to somehow infuriate you about one of your personal foibles, that's foibles. About one of your personal fuck-ups, if you think I made this doll to somehow hurt your feelings, well, that's your fucking problem. The name of this doll has always been Digger 2. So because you have fucking remorse about something you should have done or didn't do or maybe should have done or could have fucking changed, that's the way it is. Stop fucking blaming me and my doll Digger 2 for your personal foibles. Foibles. Look it up, asshole. Well, I'll show you. Let me go back to my notes. Louis Pagan-Ponce. Now, Louis Pagan-Ponce, I don't know who he is, but he writes sentences and paragraphs in a way that I know for a fact he's an educated person, man or woman, I don't know. There is no doubt that whoever Louis Pagan-Ponce is, his education far supersedes mine for sure. I can't write like that, okay? But I can comprehend what Louis says. He's not the average blogger. So let's see what Louis, and he's made commentary on my previous 5-hour and 24-minute live stream. And first of all, I don't owe anybody an apology. If I want to talk for fucking 7 hours, if I want to read the fucking ingredients off of a box of fucking raisins, that's what I'll do. So Louis Paganpont says, Mike, remember, your enemies are not of this world, my friend. These are forces. That's way more true than I actually way more true than most people can comprehend. Mike, remember, your enemies are not of this world, my friend. These forces do not want the Faz hole built. Fire must be fought with fire. So Louis Paganpont brings up on the spiritual side of the universe, there is what is known as good and evil. I'll go into this right now. And you people out there that think that I'm fucking kidding, you people don't know a fucking thing about the reality of the spirit world. You don't know how easy it is to sell your soul to a satanic power and principality, if it's a worthy for them to want it. Them, meaning the legion of Satan. Now, I made this statement in my previous live stream that one of 5 reasons this Warren de Kunter Schultz backtracked and tried to fuck me. One of them was that he never had the money to go ahead with the hotel and never planned on me ever having the money to move forward with it. So he had nothing to lose by saying he would go ahead with it, knowing that I would never be able to come up with my end. That's one option. The second one is the guy is just fucked up in the head. A complete fucking sociopath possibility or a complete psychopath possibility. But that's the second possibility. The third possibility is that he's lonely and he just needed fucking friends. And he went through this entire elaborate plan and now is lying to everybody under 4 different fucking names on my live stream. Plus, hoodwinked by an asshole, I believe is him also. That's the third possibility. Now, the fourth possibility is pretty fucking sick and twisted. But I'm gonna tell you what I was thinking about a week and a half ago. I don't think these thoughts often, and they don't come into my mind randomly. They usually, if I have a premonition about something, it's usually related to something that's going on somewhere. Louis Paganpont just made me not aware of that, what I was thinking 2 weeks ago, 12, 13 days ago, whatever it was. I don't write this stuff down. But Louis Paganpont brings up the possibility that this goes beyond fighting forces of this world. Now, I, in my last live stream, said, word for word, verbatim, that maybe this fucking Warren Kutersmidth or Kunterschultz, maybe he has sold his soul to a satanic entity or force that we call Satan. At which point, and I wasn't kidding in my last live stream, I was not kidding about this possibility. Bob Dylan is a clear and unequivocal proof that not only is this possible, but that he did it. And many others have done it also. I know people that have literally sold their souls to a dark, what is called in Star Wars, the dark force, or Darth Vader. Okay, that Darth Vader was supposed to represent the satanic forces of the universe. I know that's possible. I know it's possible because I've seen it in the spirit world. I've seen it happen. I know who it has happened to. I've seen rituals to do that. And 2 weeks ago, I said to myself, I would never do that, but it crossed my mind. Let me tell you why it crossed my mind. There's a guy I grew up with. I told you that me and this guy had a fight when we were like 12 years old, and we had a fight a few months later, and we had another fight, and we had another fight after that. And we probably fought each other 5 or 6 times before the second year of high school was out. Some days he would win, some days I would win, some days we'd both beat the shit out of each other. But this guy had a brother. He sold his fucking soul to Satan. I know that for a fact. Okay, so this is possible. So I said it. So when I was reading something about where I used to live, his name popped up. In a very loving and caring article for this man being a pillar of the fucking community. Guy is just fucking cold-hearted and backstabbing, and he sold his fucking soul to Satan when he was about 17 years old. And I know he did it because I watched it happen. And I was told as I viewed it in the spirit world, that this guy was going to be one of the most powerful fucking people in New York City ever. One of the richest, one of the most powerful people. And he is. Now he is today. But I know why he is. And I knew the family since I was about 7 years old. So this concept that Louis Paganpons brings up is not a new concept. This is what we call black magic, Satan worship. You could call it the upper levels of probably the Masons, definitely the Illuminati, certainly the upper levels of the Vatican, Knights Templar, Knights of Columbus, the Club of Rome, and more importantly, the people that run the banking system in England. What's the name of those guys over there? Let's see what we got here. What is the name of that? The Skull and Bones Society, right? The Skull and Bones Society.